Alright, the point of today's video is just to go through a very, very simple pre-workout routine, just to loosen up some of the key muscle groups, specifically from the hips down. This is also a routine that you can do just to maintain general flexibility and mobility through the hip joint, which tends to be a problem area for a lot of people, so this could be something that you could do when you wake up, before you go to bed. Again, also works very, very well as just a generalized pre-workout self-myofascial release program. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the ground up. We're going to work the feet, the glutes, and the lower back. I'm going to start with rolling of the feet. All three of these are going to be done with a lacrosse ball. You can also use a golf ball if you want something a little bit smaller. So we're going to start with the feet. And what I like to do before I have somebody roll the feet is essentially show how dramatically tightness in the feet can affect the rest of the body. So what I'm just going to kind of demonstrate, and you'll pretty much have to take my word for it that this works until you try it yourself, is to show how quickly just working the feet will loosen up the hamstrings. So essentially right now I haven't stretched, I haven't done any sort of warm-up. If I lock my legs, I keep my lower back tight, and I push my hip back, this is as far down as I can essentially come down. So I've got a lot of tension in my hamstrings, and I'm going to show that after you roll the feet that you're going to see a dramatic increase just in something simple as hamstring flexibility. So what you want to do, you plant the ball directly underneath the heel, and you're just going to apply pressure up and down the foot in 3 positions. You're going to go to start, push as hard as you can. You're going to go right down the middle of the foot. If you find spots that are real tense, I want you just to hold the pressure on it until you feel a little bit of release. You don't have to wait until the pain completely goes away, because it probably won't, but you want to feel a little bit of just general release. You're going to come all the way up on the foot until you get just below the toe. You'll feel the toes kind of start to curl around the ball, and you work your way back down. You can go a little slower than what I'm going. Obviously this is just for demonstration purposes. Then next you're going to work just the heel edge of the foot, still staying on the bottom of the foot. Don't go all the way to the side where you're actually rolling over the bone, but just working the heel edge again, starting at the heel and coming up to the toe. And then the same on the arch of the foot. And again, when you find those nasty spots, you want to hold into them till you feel that pressure release. Do it real quickly on the other side. Again, start at the heel, go right down the middle till you come up just below the toes. Then work the heel edge, which is the outside. And then the arch of the foot. The arch of the foot will probably be the nastiest spot for most people, especially if you either wear dress shoes or heels for a living, or if your feet are what are called naturally pronated, where you carry most of your weight on the inside of the foot. So that's all I've done there. And so now if I lock my legs, if I arch my lower back, keep everything tight, now I'm down maybe an extra 4 or 5 inches from where I was. So essentially what happened is it just released tension all the way up. So it's one of those things where the cause and the symptom could be 2 different things. So you want to start with the feet, and then next we're going to get into the glutes. So you're just going to have a seat. You're going to start, again, you're going below the hips on this, so you don't want to actually get on top of bone. You only work on the muscle. You're going to start on the inside of the glutes. Just put your feet flat on the ground, lift your hips up till you've got pressure, and you're just going to go up and down, working your way to the outside till you get to the outside of the glutes, and then you're going to work your way back in. Again, if you find spots that are real tense, you want to hold it. Come all the way to the outside until you actually shift to the outside of the glutes. And then you're going to roll back to the inside. You can adjust yourself to be up on your hands, down on your forearms, whatever is easier to support your weight with your upper body. And you'd obviously repeat on the other side. And then you're going to go actually to work the lower back. Before you roll the lower back, most people experience back pain because their glutes are actually too tight, and it prevents the lower back from moving through free range of motion. So the whole idea is you're starting from the ground up. So there's actually a reason that you do these rolls in this given order. So you're going to go feet, to the glutes, to the lower back. So with the lower back, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to work the inside out. Lay back. You want to start just to the outside of the spine. You never start obviously on the spine. You start on the spinal erectors, which are the thick bands of muscle, right to the outside. Lift your hips, and you're going to go up and down, maybe over about 6 or 8 inches worth of tissue. And again, if you find spots that are real nasty, you want to hold into them. And you're going to come outside just until you're rolling into the obliques. You don't actually need to roll into the obliques. And then bring it back. So that's as simple as it gets. So essentially, if you were going to do nothing else to warm yourself up before a workout, especially a lower body workout, that's what I would do. So 3 simple movements should take you maybe 3-4 minutes at best. So that's it.